to develop, and apart from it not taking years to develop, there was a lot of challenges to become Dr. Raj. Over the years, sex education is something that was not embraced properly at no time. Up to now, it's not embraced properly. And when I started off with sex education, there was a lot of misinformation. There were a lot of skepticism. People were afraid of what was coming forth. They didn't know what to expect. I remember the challenges I faced from day one coming down the line to deal with things of a sexual nature and to deal with issues. And these are genuine issues that people face from day to day. The issues that individuals face when it comes to their sexuality, their sexual behavior, their sexual wants, their needs, their fetishes, their fantasies, these things are real. Now, some persons may think that, okay, you conjure it up in your mind so you can easily get rid of it, but you can't easily get rid of something that you conjure up in your mind and it gives you a sense of euphoria or a sense of satisfaction. How do you get rid of that? And many a times we have had thoughts about certain things, and we realize the thought alone has given us a certain level of enjoyment. And where do these thoughts come from? It comes from within us. It is something that could be propagated based on what we have seen, what we have heard, what we have observed, what we have watched. Sometimes we watch in a movie and we just see a scene in the movie, but we really don't realize what that does to our psyche. Sometimes we have heard of something or read something. Now, if we are honest with ourselves, we know that there are a lot of non-fiction novels out there that people would read from time to time, and there will always be a half a page, a paragraph, or a half a paragraph of some sort of soft porn, or some sort of description of a sexual act, be it one of violence or one of romance. But these things happen. Books are written. We read books that are not even geared towards that, but there's always an element of sex in it. Even reading the book 1984, for those of you who have read it, George Orwell's 1984, there was an element of sex in that. And that book was about control and mind control and people control in the future. So when one reads something like that and it gets into your psyche, your brain, your subconscious mind, something of a sexual nature, it's going to develop as you go along. You may remember it from time to time. You may conjure up the image of what you have read, because again, as radio is theater of your mind, reading is theater of the mind also. When you read something, it develops into a thought, and that develops into a movie inside of your head. So you could see the patterns and you could see the changes and you could actually get feelings from things that you have read. And I dare anyone out there to tell me that you don't get feelings from things that you have read, because all the scriptures and all the books out there gives you a sense of spirituality, gives you a sense of euphoria when it comes to your God, when it comes to your devotion, when it comes to understanding things. Even we are so passionate about reading scriptures, reading religious books and texts and whatnot, that we're ready to go to war for that. But it's because of the passion of what you have read. And I'm not discounting that in any way. I'm just telling you this so that you'll understand that anything you have read will conjure up an image in your mind and will give you certain amount of feelings and bring about a development within your brain that is going to be second to none. Because again, it has to do with what you have read and how it impacts on you. So the same thing has happened with movies. The same thing has happened with television shows. And we see it from time to time, and we develop these things within our brain. And we may from time to time act upon it by saying it out, by using it in our masturbation, by using it in our fantasies with our spouse or partner, or thinking about it while you're being intimate with your partner. So the growth and development of these thoughts is always there. We as a human being, I'm reading a lot about artificial intelligence now. And one of the things that Elon Musk is talking about is that we are the precursor to artificial intelligence. Now, what does that mean? What does that mean to be the precursor to artificial intelligence? It means that we are the experimental stage of artificial intelligence. We are going to invent artificial intelligence, and artificial intelligence is going to take us over. What is going to happen? We are the precursor for it. But The same thing applies when you're dealing with things of a sexual nature. All the sexual thought, all the sexual patterns and things that are happening there, it starts with what you have read, with what you have seen, and the image develops within your brain. And as that development takes place, it expands into your behavior. And your behavior will drive you towards the things that are going to make you feel wanted and make you feel in need and make you feel that this is going to give you that happiness that you're seeking. Every man and woman out here seeks happiness in some form or the other, and sex is one part of that. But if your thought patterns or the things that you're thinking about is rejected by society, rejected by your peers, rejected by your religion, you're going to have conflict. The same way I'm telling you that when you read your scriptures, it creates an image in your mind about your God. Your spirituality increases. Your understanding and your love for your God increases by what you have read. Okay. This very same thing happens when you read something of a pornographic nature that feeds the thought within your mind of the things that you like sexually. But it may conflict with what you have read in your scriptures. So you have a battle going on within your brain. The battle is not outside, you know. The battle is within your heart, within your mind, within you. So am I going to pursue these things that are not accepted or are frowned upon, or I am being told that it is a sin? Am I going to accept that I am this person, so I am a sinner? Nobody wants to put up their hand and say I'm a sinner, although we all are sinners in the classical sense. Yeah. It's, you know, my favorite thing to tell a person is that when a person says, I don't lie, they have just told a lie.
Yes. That is for real.
Every single person lies. And I dare anyone out there to honestly, emphatically say, I don't lie. I've never lied in my life.
Yeah.
No man on this earth could ever say that. We all lie. Now some people say, well, I lie, but it was a white lie. A lie is a lie. It does not matter. Don't try to justify it by saying, I have lied, but I could justify lying because it's a white lie and you'll tell a black lie. And again, black always connotates anything that is bad.
Yes.
Why?
For some reason.
For some reason.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
You have lied, you have lied. There's no white lie, there's no black lie. Don't tell me, don't stand up and pound your chest and say, I've never lied. You've just lied.
Mm-hmm.
That's the proof. You've just lied. So it's the same thing when you talk about spirituality, but when you're talking about your sexual feelings, that's where the conflict comes in. Sometimes you are taught certain things. There are lots of men and women out there in their 20s and 30s, 40s, who have not gotten married simply because they don't want to marry the opposite sex. That's not their sexuality. That's not their reality. That's not who they are. So they prefer to stay a single life, remain in that single life, and continue living, well, existing. Because they're not truly happy, and they may never find the happiness that they're seeking, because they're not given the opportunity to find that happiness. When these things happen, there's so much challenges that we face. So many things that are going to come in our way that are going to throw us off because we are facing these challenges, these negativities, all these things that are coming our way. So now you're battling with your belief, your social stature, your class, your race, and your sexuality. Battle down the line. So we all have that stress from one time to the other. We get rejected from sometimes because of our thought. We get rejected sometimes because of our love and the expression of our love. The rejection sometimes comes from within. We reject ourselves. Our true self, sometimes we reject our true selves, you know. Think about it. Many a times you have had thoughts, you have had certain behaviors that you want to explore, and you reject that, and you reject yourself, your true nature. And it keep popping its head ever so often. And I wonder, well, why am I having thoughts like these? Why do I want to do this? Why do I want to cheat? Why do I feel the need for these things? Why do I feel the need to do something that is considered to be illegal or immoral?
Yeah.
Why do I see the woman that I really want to go to bed with and she's married and I don't mind? Why? Why? But those are the conflicts that you face within your mind all the time. So that's why I tell you, when I decided to become what I am today, it was an investment in myself. But it was an investment in self based on the fact that I knew who I was. And I don't deny who I am. Never have and never will. I have never put it aside and say, well, I am something other than what I am. And I don't have to defend that with anyone. Absolutely no one. I know from a long time, from within myself, from my heart, from my conscience, from everything else, who I am and what I am capable of doing and what I will not do. And I'm not going to fool myself by saying that I will not do this if given the opportunity. But everything depends on opportunity, time, place, and circumstance. Every single thing depends on that. There are things that you're going to say, well, I ain't doing it. But you know why I'm saying it, I ain't doing it? It's because at the moment, it's not the appropriate thing to do. So the action is not appropriate. But given that very same action at the appropriate time, you will do it. And I've seen many times couples, men, women, renounce something totally and say, I will never do that, and end up doing it. So who are you fooling? Are you fooling yourself? Are you trying to project an image so that someone will believe you otherwise? That's why I am successful in what I do. That's why I have been on the air for 18 years, preaching the same thing over and over in different format to different audience. But I have been very consistent. Dr. Raj Ramnanan has been very consistent. I have projected myself in a category very few persons want to align themselves with. Everybody likes sex. Everybody likes sex. But how far are you willing to go and say, I want to be involved, or I like sex, or I want to be a sex educator, or I want to talk about sex? Very few persons have the testicular fortitude to do that. Very few individuals. As I am talking here now, I have to say a special good evening. I think it's a Harry Variety Store in La Romaine and Wendy. Yeah, I happen to be in La Romaine today. And
down south.
yes, and I happened to passing into those two places, and I was treated very nicely. They recognized me.
South hospitality is
No, you can't be that. I know that. I know that for a fact. And you know, I have a traditional way of doing things. And I do that for a particular reason, and I don't have to explain why, but I do it for a particular reason. And I just happened to be passing next to this variety store, and I stopped by to get something. As soon as I walked in the door, somebody recognized me, and the guy said, "Are you Dr. Raj?" And I said, "Yeah." And I continued my conversation, and I did what I had to do. And well, the owner asked to take out a photograph, of course, and I don't mind. I did it. And then I wanted something else, and he directed me to the variety store, Wendy. It's a mini mart, Wendy. I wish I could remember the name of the street. It's right after the school, down inside that road there. La Romaine Presbyterian, I think it was. And lady was a lovely lady. And she recognized me immediately. And she said, you resemble someone I know. And I said, who is it? And you wouldn't believe, lovely lady. And she told me she was a grandmother. I was like, no way. No way. The lady looks like she's in her 30s. And her husband too. He looks very good for his age. Right. Both of them. So I was taken aback by that. But we had a nice conversation. And I have to say thank you very much for your hospitality. And these are the little things that I do from time to time. So it was really nice being in South today. Yeah. I felt good. I went DB and buy some doubles, not doubles, Sahina and Shana. Yep. Met an old friend of mine who I haven't seen in years, and he was like, nah, this can't be you. No way, what are you doing down here? Yeah. So well, I just stopped by to get Sahina and Shana, boy. Say, So yes, well, I am who I am. And as such, I know the challenges I face. I have had my issues with customs, which we still have. I have had issues with people not understanding sometimes the nature of the program. I've had my issues with jealousy, envy. That's one thing that you will face whenever you're doing anything. You don't have to be on the radio, you don't have to be on television.
That's true.
People envy you and jealous you for simplest of things.
Yeah.
Sometimes the way you dress, the way you conduct yourself, the way you speak, there's always a level of jealousy and envy there. But I put those things aside and say, I am me. I will always be me, and I'm not going to change that for anyone, and that's going to remain like that.
Right.
You accept me for who I am, or you reject me. But it's not going to change the price of cocoa in the morning. It's not. Because I continue steadfastly with what I want to do. Which brings me to my point of tonight, because I have decided, based on the kind of support I get on radio, and over the years, to put my name out there. And I want to see how many people out there, listeners and supporters of the program, are willing to put their money where their mouth is. I am presently working on this thing with legally concerning the importation of adult toys. And I know where we are now, and I know where it's going to go. So I'm pretty confident about it. And I'm not going to allow all these places that it have out there who have not even made a single phone call to say, Dr. Raj, we like what you're doing. Thanks for what you're doing. We appreciate what you're doing. And we wish you success. That's all. Nothing like that. Fine. I have decided that I'm going to open 10 stores throughout Trinidad and Tobago. And I'm going to do it in a particular way. Because nobody's going to piggyback back on my success and ride my back and do things and reap the benefits of what I am doing. I have made the adult industry what it is today in Trinidad and Tobago. There's no two ways about it. I have been the pioneer in the adult industry in Trinidad and Tobago and the Caribbean. But too many times persons have taken advantage of that. So here what I'm going to do. And I'm throwing out a challenge to all the persons out there who encourages me, who support me. I'm giving you a chance to put your money where your mouth is. I need to raise a certain figure. I'm not going to any financial institution. I am selling shares in a company where those who believe in what I am doing, I've sent this broadcast out on Saturday because the idea came to me Saturday morning when I woke up. Because ideas do come to you sometime when you think that there's nothing there. Yeah. And I am asking persons to invest in this company, become a shareholder in this company, and own these stores with me. Now, this is not Total Image. This is Dr. Raj. The stores will be branded with my name because I am putting my name out there. And of course, I will do nothing to destroy my name. I'm asking them to invest in this company that I've set up, where they buy shares in the company. We're selling them in blocks of $10,000, which is 100 shares for $10,000. You could buy 10,000, 20,000, 30,000, up to 100,000, not beyond that. Because the freedom to expand and do the things that I want to do must always remain with me.
Right.
Now, how this came about? When the proverbial S hit the fan, there was panic. And someone reached a situation where they couldn't handle it. And they came to me to purchase their business, offer the business to me, which I have purchased. I purchased it on Wednesday. But I realized that this business could be the flagship for what I always wanted to do, which was to get back into that retail trade and show people what this adult industry could really become, because I know the potential of it. Lots of time there are stores all over Trinidad, but they don't have what it takes. They will get bits and pieces, or you'll go there and get things from them. But they can't beat what you could get at Total Image. They can't beat the price that you can get at Total Image. So I have two things going for me. I know the market. I know what the market wants and needs. And I also can get you the best price for any product. So I'm asking individuals out there who believe in what I'm doing to come and join me. Become a shareholder in the company. Buy your blocks of shares. Now, maybe later on we'll sell less amount of shares at a higher price, of course. But the shares are valued at 100 TT right now. At the end of the first year, each person who have invested will get 10% dividend on their investment.
That's good.
Because the mathematics have been worked out. Additionally, the share price is expected to increase by 5 to 12% per share. So the $100 will increase by $5 to $12 on the share. You now have the option of selling back to the company all your shares for that value per share.
Right. That's good.
Additionally, you could keep your shares, and based on our projection for 5 years, your money is going to double and you will be receiving dividends still every year at 10%. Now tell me something. You know bank can give you that. Nobody can give you
That's
that.
right.
But the only way I could give that is if the persons out there who believe in what I'm doing, who have the testicular fortitude like myself to back me in what I plan to do, come out and back it. That's what I'm asking. Now, this has nothing to do to Total Image. I'm not selling shares in Total Image. Total Image is my family owned, not me. They are the shareholders of my company. This is Dr. Raj going out there, creating a different adult business. Not the run-of-the-mill things that you just see all over the place. This will be the creme de la creme of adult business. When you walk in there, you will feel welcome. You will not feel intimidated. You'll be dealing with persons who are knowledgeable in whatever they're dealing with. Because my personnel are very well trained. People will know that. You hear them call the radio station and they say that. You get professional quality service. You have me at one of those outlets once a month at least. I will personally be there. And you will get the right mix of what you want. Not only the shareholders, but the customers and clients of this new business. The customers and clients of this new business will get what they want. Anything that they want, they need, they desire for their sexual want, their fantasies, their fetishes, whatever, you can get it there. Without fear, without intimidation, at the best possible price. And that's the hallmark of this business. I've already had people asking me for franchise. I am not ready to franchise yet. I am looking for investors who want to back this business and see it happen. That's what I'm looking for. Because many a times people say, job well done. I like what you're doing. Dr. Raj, I stand by you. Put your money where your mouth is. That's the challenge I'm throwing out to everyone out there. When I sent out a broadcast, and this is the God honest truth, I sent out a broadcast Saturday morning. I had 20 persons responding. Of the 20 persons responding, I had to boil it down to 12. Not had to, it boiled down to 12 because the other 8 were just speculators asking questions and whatnot, which was all well and good. Yeah. And of those 8 persons, 6 persons have already invested. Of the 12, sorry. Yeah. Of the 12 persons, 6 persons have already invested, with another 3 promising to invest in the next week or so. But I'm still throwing it out there because the project is very large. Yeah? You talk about 10 stores. 10 stores at $500,000 is $5 million. That's the project I'm looking at. But it's going to be a branded store. It's going to carry all the items from A to Z that you need, every single thing, and it's going to have the expertise. And having said that, the first business that I took over on Wednesday is a place called Joy Toys off the highway after Grand Bazaar on your left-hand side. You can't miss it.
Oh, okay.
After you pass the flyover, you see it on your left-hand side.
I know the place. Yeah.
Joy Toys is now part of that business. I took it over on Wednesday, and we are reopening Joy Toys. Not under the branded name yet because we don't have time for signage and all those things. But I'm offering to the entire public out there, come to that store on Saturday onwards until the end of this month maybe, and you get 50% off all the clothing items in that business place and 33 and a third % off all the toys. That's how serious I am about this. Come and support this venture. And if you are interested in investing, if you are interested in becoming a shareholder of the company, because there was one guy who just put his money and said, I don't want to be no part of anything. You just invest my money, I invest in with you, and that's fine with me. Now, one of the things that I'm going to do is individuals who are investing, whatever they do, like let's say one person does signage, he does all the signage for all the stores. Of course, we paid him for that. But of course, he will know that if he overcharges us, at the end of the day, his shares will do less because we don't want people cheating us. If a guy is a carpenter, he will be doing all the carpentry. If a guy is a joiner, he does all the joiner work. If a guy is a plumber, he does all the plumbing for all the stores. That's what we're doing. We're setting it up in such a way that this business will generate jobs. It's going to create a sense of unity and belonging, that I belong to this unit. This is what I am about. I have shares in this company. If you have somebody, let's say, for example, you are a shareholder and you have someone at home who's looking for a job, we take them, we carry them to Total Image, we train them, and then put them in the store closest to them. That's what we're doing. Now, of course, if that person is dishonest, that person will be stealing from you and I, because you are a shareholder. So you don't want that. So you will be keeping an eye to make sure. That's the concept. Give people, the person on the road, the person on who have their business or whatever, a sense of ownership in this company. And this company is going to grow far, because that is my vision, this is my baby. This is what I want to do coming down now. I at one time I had owned 9 stores in Trinidad and Tobago. 9 stores. Throughout Trinidad and Tobago. Because of a dishonest act by my partner at that time, I sold everything out to her. Because of dishonesty. I don't like dishonesty. Right. I sold out everything and I said, I'm not doing that anymore. I am going a different way. Now I have settled. Now I have my clinic, which is very, very successful. Everybody knows I'm passionate about being a patriot of Trinidad and Tobago. I'm not going to take anybody's money and run away from here. I am right here. Everything I do is right here. I am on radio, I'm on television, newspaper, I'm all over. My name is worth more than anything else to me. So I'm asking persons who believe in that and believe in me to step forward. Show me that you really care. Let's take a break.
You're listening to Power 102. The Weekend Pass returns to Power 102. Yes, your end-of-week access to fun, dancing,
good idea,
and a great line is coming to you.
Fantastic idea.
Every Friday from 7 to 9 p.m. at the most popular sports bars and after-work liming spots across TNT. Gaylan and the Ultimate DJ Shane are walking with giveaways, competitions, and great music.
So in that way now, even if they don't want to have anything to do directly with the business, they have an income coming in. What after a year? Yeah. I want, like somebody asked me about, monthly dividend, nothing like that. No. It has to plow back into the business for it to grow. It must grow. Because I plan this new store opening Saturday. The next one, 2 months' time, the next one. That's why I go. Before the end of the year, I must have 2 stores. And then next year I have a plan. So in 3 years' time, all 10 stores will be open. Yeah. The growth must be, and after that we'll talk about franchise and who want to open a little thing, and we supply them with everything, they play a franchise fee, they have the outlook and whatnot, and we do that. But not now. Because you wouldn't believe the need it have for this. But it have certain areas a person wouldn't leave and go to another place to buy. I know a lot of people want delivery. But if you have a store, let's say in La Romaine, for example, and somebody wants something in a street, you could have somebody run and drop it off. Yeah. So that's all part of the plan. That's part of the grand plan. So the store that I took over, all the items that it have in there, right now we cleaning up, fixing up and whatnot. Come and buy it for half price or a third of the price, 2/3 of the price.
Very good deal.
Yeah. And if they know, if they go in there to shop before, they will know the price. So the price is there. We just discounting it for you. When we come back, I'll talk about loyalty, customer loyalty, and things.
Human resource management, leadership, entrepreneurship, and innovation.
Very good. Very good idea.
Integrated study of business and
One could get a nice little income there by doing what you do.
1 year.
Correct.
For more information on 663-6681 or visit www.soundpt.com. CSOund always on the front inside cover of the TSC Curator.
This is Power 102, empowering you.
And this is Explosion Thursdays at Power 102.1 FM with Dr. Raj. Yes, my brother.
Yes, so I was telling you about the whole thing, and what we're doing also is having a customer loyalty card where persons, after a certain amount of purchases or visit to the store with purchases, they get something free or they get a discount on something, a tremendous discount. That's what we're doing. I'm going to show persons how this business should really operate, because again, there is a certain segment of society that needs this. There's a certain segment of society that have a want for it. We must fuel that. We must be able to give them, the men and women in society, the older persons, they must be able to get those things and be happy, but with an incentive.
We have a call on the line. Good evening.
Dr. Raj, good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Pleasant good evening.
Yes, I want to make an investment for my 13-year-old granddaughter. What is the procedure?
Okay, but you have to do it in your name because we can't deal with anybody under 18.
Okay, what's the procedure?
Okay, what's your, here what? My telephone number is 740
740.
1961.
Oh, boy.
Take your time. Take your time.
Take your time, do.
740
1961. Send me a message with your name to that number. You have WhatsApp or those things?
No.
Okay,
no.
you know how to
I
send
get
a...
my son to do it.
Okay, send a regular message to my phone, that thing. Give me your name, and I will contact you with all the details.
Okay, 740.
1961.
Stop. Can you walk in now? Of course.
Take your time. Take your time.
40
740.
1961.
1961. Thank you.
Okay, what's your name?
Cyrilia Cellier.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. She could put her investment now for a 13-year-old grandchild.
Yeah.
And in 5 years' time, her money doubles.
Exactly.
You can't get that anywhere else. You cannot. But in this business and the level of this business and what this business could do, I know that could be done. Because I've been doing it for 34 years.
And people who have a variety stores can invest in it.
Anyone could invest. Any single person could invest in it. It does not matter. You could be a layman, you could be a taxi driver, you could be a cleaner, you could be whatever. You could have somebody going to school, you want to invest in for them, we do that. It is something, and again, I am going to be around. I am going to be here. Still going to be on Power 102, all things being equal.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
So that is what my guarantee is. Dr. Raj is going to be here. This is my baby.
Supervision.
Yeah, this is my baby, you know. Because I have a vision that is not the ordinary vision. It is not the normal thing that persons will go for. Please don't call my cell phone. Call the radio program. I am doing a live program.
The numbers are 222-8255 and 612-8255.
222-8255 and 612-8255.
Good evening. Hello? Are you there?
Hello?
Yes,
Yes.
good evening.
Yes, sorry, good evening. There, well, I don't want to know. I want to talk on the boom station. Sorry, forgive me.
Okay.
No problem. So my idea of this thing is that individual must be empowered And there are persons who secretly desire to be a part of the adult industry.
Yeah, the sense of confidentiality.
Confidential, or just to say I am part of that. Because I bring on talent or people in the porn industry to Trinidad.
Yeah.
But it's only all the time. They come in the studio on top of this table right here. You don't know that?
No.
We have had live shows on this table. Live shows on this table. I could get any porn star to come to Trinidad. Any. Because my name is good outside.
Right.
I could get any person in the adult industry to come to Trinidad to do a lecture. Ron Jeremy, the greatest porn actor ever, begs me from time to time for me to bring him to Trinidad. He's called me Dr Raj. I say, Dr Raj, when you bring him to Trinidad? He will be walking through the lobby of the biggest hotel in the world. And when he spots me, he stop his bodyguard and everybody and say, look, Raj, and come and talk to me. And they'll be hustling to go and do whatever he's doing. So I'm talking to my friend.
Yeah.
That's the strength and power that I have out there. Shawn Michaels, who's from St. Thomas, he's a porn actor.
Yeah.
Every time he sees me, when you take him to Trinidad, boy? When are you bringing me to Trinidad? All the porn actresses I have brought since 1998 till now, I have bought about maybe 30 porn actresses to Trinidad. Yeah. They came here and made movies already.
Okay.
They appeared all over Trinidad, or they walked the streets of Chaguanas, Point Fortin, all about. Went to River Lyman with we, went down the islands. We did everything. Everything. They'll come here and hang out.
Right.
So these are not new things for me. And I have the ability to do it. But the investors in the company will have first say no. They are the ones who will determine who comes to it,
Right.
what happens, how we go about it, how we expand. And I have other things in mind, you know. I have other things in mind that is going to make this thing blow out of the roof, you know. But I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to dangle that carrot in front of anyone. The carrot I'm dangling in front of people now, invest in me and my vision. The vision that I have, invest in that. If you believe in me, now you're not obligated to. Totally not obligated to. I will sit here and talk about it today, tomorrow, next week, whatever. And you have no obligation to do that, to invest. But if you want to, as the lady did, and as others have done, call me, discuss it, find out about it, think about it. And then put your money where your mouth is, and let's move forward.
There's some people who might doubt
The veracity of it.
the capacity of people participation, because they might think that not everybody buying this thing, not everybody. But
Well, I will tell you something.
what can I always show you? Look at people who buy these.
The level of sales of this item in Trinidad is unbelievable. And if it was not, you wouldn't have all these retail stores all over Trinidad doing well, and all these mom and pop places selling things under the counter. You know. And it will always continue to grow. It's not going to die. It is the under counter thing, but I'm going to take it from under the counter and put it on the shelf, which I have done already. It's not that I'm not reinventing the wheel, you know. I am taking the wheel and putting a nice layer of rubber on it, some tube in it,
Some good greases.
some grease,
Smooth
an axle, and a nice brake on it.
Yeah.
So when I am done with the wheel is more efficient.
What about people who will be concerned about, let's say somebody wants to invest to the extent where they'll allow it to open a store?
They could do that also, but not now. Anthony, I just give the vision. You'll have to look at it on Facebook, or you can call me at 740-1961 for me to repeat the vision. I'm not going to repeat it again. Maybe tomorrow night I will repeat it on my program from 9 till 12.
Yeah.
So if you are interested in the vision, that's when I'll give out the information in the vision again.
What about the question about the legality of these?
It is totally legal.
Yeah.
It is totally legal. That's what I'm telling you. I know what's happening and I know what's going to happen. When I'm done with them, that's why I tell you, I don't want anybody piggybacking on my back.
Right.
And all these persons with stores out there who have been doing that for years without a simple thank you, I'm going to teach you a lesson.
Well, I asked you that because you said that some people sell things under the counter.
Well, no, it used to be under the counter, but now we're moving it from there. And I'm putting it on the shelf, which I've been doing for years. And I know the formula to do it. I'm well aware of the formula to do it. So I am not afraid of doing it. So now that I have reached this point with the legality, I'm not going to let it go for others to benefit. No, for others to benefit from all my hard work, all my finances, all my headache and heartache. They must benefit from it. No, I will benefit from it, and people who believe in me will benefit from it. That's what it is. So I am going to show them now that I was always here. You're here trying to catch up. Now I'm going to go here. So you're still playing catch up, but you're not going to catch up. There's no way you're going to catch up. And I keep telling people, if anybody from Trinidad and Tobago, including you, go to any one of the suppliers in the United States, Canada, and other countries, and ask them for a product at wholesale, the price you will get it at, I will get it for half that price, guaranteed. That's the power that I have out there. I am going to get it for half that price because I get it from the person who makes it. I have contact with all the manufacturers. Original stuff. We don't bring imitation. We don't bring Chinese imitation. There are a lot of people in Trinidad who sell Chinese imitation. We don't. We know the dangers of that. We know. And that's, again, when you come to buy a product. And again, one of the things that we're going to offer is the manufacturer warranty now. There are products that are warranty that if it spoils, you send it back to them and you get back all your money. Not all your money, you get back another product, you know. No money back guarantee, you get back a product. No questions asked. Their product, if damaged, you can now get those things returned because of what we are doing with the legality of it. Before we could not do it. Now we could offer these things. But that part is taking a little time, but it will get there. Time, effort, and money, but we will get there. But I'm warning all those owners out there are coming and are coming hard. It's my way of telling you, you didn't put your backings behind me. Look out. Look out. Look out. And the warning is ample warning. Ample warning. So if you have a store in Timbuktu, and I am coming to Timbuktu, you have a year warning. But when I come, watch out. Because any person who go to a store and see that same item at that store for $500, come at me and get it for $4.99 with the warranty and everything else, and the loyalty card. We offer a loyalty card also, that if you come to the business 10 times and purchase, you choose that item for free. We have a rack with all the items. You could mark the item and say, see the item, I'm coming back for that. That's mine. We have gift bags. You see, the things that I could get in industry, other people cannot get. I get freebies until I have to, so when I leave it, I don't take it with me. I don't bring it with me. I don't ship it. Too much freebies. Keep it. Now I could take all my freebies, put it in a nice little gift bag and give it to somebody and say, here, take that. That's yours. And ask anybody who visit my business place if that is not so. Any law enforcement officer in uniform who visits Total Limits gets a little gift bag. Do you know why? It's my way of saying thank you for being who you are. Any soldier in uniform that comes to my place gets the same thing. Anybody who just comes in sometime and I happen to be outside, I give them a gift bag. And the gift bag is worth close to $30 to $40. It's not a free gift bag with nothing in it. It's a gift bag that is worth something. When I go to do lectures in places, the other day I went to do a lecture in a bachelorette party, and I carry gift bag for everyone. There were 35 women there. I carry gift bag for everybody in it. My wife put together the gift bag, nice with a nice bow and whatnot, and nicely done, you know.
Yes.
Nicely done, you know. And I gave it to the ladies. That's how I operate, because I believe in that. A person always wants to know that they can. Today I walked out outside, a gentleman was buying some stuff. He said, Dr. Raj, I could talk to you? I said, of course. He said, buying all these things, yeah, we'll get a discount. I said, oh, but you're making a joke, and they have to give you a discount. When they add up the thing, I give him $150 off the bat. I said, that's yours. I didn't work a percentage. I said, that's yours. That's yours. You got to understand, when you could do these things as an owner of a business place, you must do it. It is not always about how much profit you can make, but it is about customer loyalty. He is not going to go anywhere else but a business that has Dr. Raj's name on it. And that's why every business will have Dr. Raj at the beginning. It will be Dr. Raj's. But the company that owns it, there's a company where people have shareholding in that business. So it's not Total Image. The first one, as I tell you, is Joy Toys at Grand Bazaar there. After you pass Grand Bazaar, heading south. I think that's called the Boulevard. Right? In Bamboo Village number 3. You can see from the highway. Go there Saturday morning. The place is open from 9. From 9 to 5 on Saturday. We have a massive sale. 50% off all lingerie, clothing item, all, panties, whatever. 50% off. Toys, 33 and 2% off. 1/3 off. You have green labels and pink label. The green label toys, 33 and 2% off. That's how I am loyal to my listeners. I am loyal to my people. So I expect 9 o'clock Saturday morning, there'll be a host of persons who have listened to this program out there to purchase an item to show me support. Take that call.
Hey, good evening. Welcome.
Hello?
Yes, good evening.
Good evening. How are you going? Raj, how are you going? Lots my name.
Yeah, that's one. What's up?
I do quiet, man. I just listening to your program, and I will support you. I'll support that.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that.
You see, because the reason why I say so, what you are saying, nobody in Trinidad and Tobago had ever imagined and think about that. Because
and I'm willing to share it with the people.
You know what runs in my mind?
What?
There will be people who want to buy some of your images and have it in a store to ask them to attract the customers. How could I help you, my dear? Come inside and say, go. You understand what I
No,
mean?
but I teach my people that treat all customers that when they leave, they feel delighted.
Yeah.
I want my customers to feel delighted.
Right. No.
They may not buy
what
something,
I'm
but they must
saying is-
always say that I want to go back there. Smile.
No. You have to have people who will have somebody instead of having a natural person. Hello, good morning. How could I help you? Come inside. And they will come inside. When they come inside, the owner of the place will know and understand. Just to walk in from here. It makes no sense that I have to employ people to come in my place again. Daddy shops in it, eh?
Mm-hmm.
Huh?
Okay.
Yeah. You understand what I mean now?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so
Well, I hope you support the venture. Give me a
Yeah.
call. I say I hope you support the venture. Send me a text message on my cell phone.
740 19 what?
1961.
1961.
Yes.
Okay.
740.
What part of on the highway is this place next up by Grand Bazaar?
If you know where they have the
Do
eatery.
you know where all the people stop off and eat and the road takes you back to the highway?
Yeah.
After you pass Grand Bazaar?
Heading south.
Heading south. Right. After you pass the first in a corner, The building is there. It's a green building. You can't miss it because it have Joy Toys written on it.
Right.
We have that name up until I put my brand on it.
There is no there is nothing for to find. That is very easy for it to find.
Yes, it's very easy to find.
I will find out very good.
Well, you have my number. You could always call me and I will guide you. It's very easy to find.
What I was saying is, my very good friend from Suriname come back in Trinidad.
Uh-huh.
They want to get married.
All right, I hear you.
I say, well, you know, I'd rather have my consultant.
You better consult with we, you know, because we have to guide you properly.
No, you see again, this is what, the person is pretty, yeah? But you see again, prettiness does not mean to say honesty. They just only hear
I agree.
about what I'm doing and how I alone, you know, and I could do a lot of things.
Uh-huh.
But the idea about it is what they're looking for is dollars.
Well, once you know that, you could play the game too, so I'm going to tell you.
Well, I could tell you, I play the game already, you know. I play the game because I am not going home again.
We're well aware of that.
Going home again.
We're well aware of that, Lachman. Don't worry.
You see, because you know why? I don't want anybody to get too accustomed with my house.
Well, usually one who carry them in the house, you know.
Right. But you see, what happened is, I had made them understand. That house I was living in, I just lied to you and tell you, is my own, but I was renting here, but I ain't renting that again.
All right, Lachman, we hear you.
Anyway, I enjoy your chat, man.
All right, make sure you send me that.
I'll tell you again, I will support that.
Great.
All right, well, I hope so. Send it to me.
Support that. Right, I'll call you and tell you what they are called by Joy.
Well, make sure you come there Saturday because Saturday is when we have the big sale.
Saturday.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
This Saturday we having the sale on the 15th. We starting the sale at 9 o'clock, 9 to 5,
Yeah.
where you could get 50% off all the lingerie and wear.
Right.
And all the toys, you could get 33 and a third percent, all with the green label.
Right. Anyway, I just had a big wedding on Friday, you know.
Uh-huh.
Temple wedding.
All right, which temple?
That you want in Konopia
Okay.
was my grandson.
Okay, excellent, man.
For snap piece, yeah?
I know that.
Mine.
You have to tell me about our wedding.
Huh?
You don't
No.
have to tell me about wedding.
After that, I went down that place in Ramson Street for the reception. And you know, one of my daughters, that you one from New York, she passed me straight, and when I sit down there waiting, you know, for everybody to come in, you know, and she passed me straight, and she asking, Bina, I see Papa, you know. She said, look, Papa said, all right, you look him there. She said, boy, that man looks so different. He look like he ready for anything now, you know. You know what happened? Well, anyway, it had wanted to order guests and things come in, you know. And I had a fantastic time with him. During that done.
Okay.
I had a very nice time with him. And you see, I don't want any house and money and thing again. So I give my grandson one in the house in Land Park. And I give him some extra amount of dollars and whatnot. And I call that good. I feel happy about that.
Good.
You understand what I mean? I feel glad about that. I tell him, I say, no, mind you, you're not going back in your mother's house tonight. You're going back in your house because you call yourself man now. Your wife, go ahead in your house now. Or you get a house, go in your house and live there. You what man laugh, your mother, and them laugh, or what man laugh at, and she says, no, I give him a house, let him go there. He's man now, your wife.
Good. Thank you, Latchman. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So people can be guaranteed that confidentiality
All the time.
will be a top priority.
Of course. There are persons who are, this is how you have a in a partnership. You have a silent partner. We have silent investors.
Great.
They want no one to know that they are investors in the company. They are just silently investing.
Given the
That's
opportunity,
it. Yeah.
stores will be open in malls.
Anywhere. There's a vision for this business, and that vision is to allow it to be at any location.
And I say that because some people might think going to a mall they might be encountering a lot of people around, people might be seeing them. So I was thinking that.
Well, there's a vision that we have, and given that vision, it will not cause intimidation or cause you to feel as though you're doing something wrong. It's a vision.
Yeah, because like you said earlier, I know a lot of people who claim to be real church people, very naughty.
Of course, and that's human nature. We have gone through that,
Yeah.
and that's why I started off the program by explaining there are persons who have a particular behavior way spiritually, but sexually it's totally diverse.
Exactly. And sometimes they don't want people to know they are like that.
Well, that's why if there is a store in Point 14 and the person is like that in Point 14, they may not have to go to the Point 14 store. They could go to the Penal store, or the La Romaine store,
Yeah.
or the San Fernando store.
Yes.
And when they go to the San Fernando store, people will not know that they're going to the San Fernando store.
That's right. Yeah.
There's a vision that I have. And to maintain that vision and to work on that vision, I have to do certain things. It costs a little more money when you have a vision and you want to continue that confidentiality. Now any shop front could be for any business. But would any person walk in that shop front, especially when it has to do with the nature of the business? And the answer is no.
So true.
But I want after Sunday, after you've been to church and on your way home, you want to pass in there, you could pass in there and nobody knows.
Yeah.
I want the ability for you to do that.
Yes.
When you remember that I forget to get the whipped cream,
Yeah.
so I better pass in to get the whipped cream and other things that goes with the whipped cream. That's the vision.
Right.
It must be a place that you can go to at any time. I remember once a guy came to do some electrical work at my place. And he came to my office and he said, Dr. Raj, your place is like a grocery. It just have all these people here all the time. I said, yeah. I said, there are times that it's very quiet and individuals who just want to come one in, one out, they will come.
These stores will be equipped with departments for something similar like counseling or advice.
That's what I said. Once a month, I will make myself available at those locations.
Right.
Because at the location, everything that I will need for the treatment of individual will be there. Right now, if I have to go somewhere to do something like that, I have to walk with everything that I need.
Right. Yeah.
No, I will not have to walk with the things that I need because it will be readily available at the store. The prescription can be filled at the store. So if there are things that you need for desensitizing, for exciting, for your orgasm, to squirt, whatever, you can purchase it there and then, right away. You have the prescription for it. All I have to do is walk with my prescription pad my personal secretary, and that's it. Nothing else. So yes, I am making myself available to the people. So the Tobago store will see me once, maybe twice a month, because it's a Tobago store. The Trinidad stores will see me one day in Mayaro for the month, and maybe the next day in Rio Claro, so the Mayaro person could come to Rio Claro. Not the next day, a day in the month in Rio Claro. And one day in Sangre Grande. That's my vision. I am going to the people now.
Because people would like to be advised from you in person. You know, even though that you might have a competent staff, they might say, I want to hear from Dr. Raj.
Somebody's asking why should people hide to come? Because we live in Trinidad and Tobago. I don't know if you live in another country.
I tell you.
He might be living in another country.
Yeah.
If he brave enough to go, fine. But there are persons out there who are ashamed.
Yeah.
There are persons out there who are afraid to be seen going to these places.
Yes, people would
There are persons who are married and wouldn't want to be seen going there, not even with their husband or their wife.
Yeah.
So if you don't understand the reality of Trinidad and Tobago, I do.
Yes, and that's a real fact.
I do. That's it. That's the funny thing, you know. I understand. That's why when people come by me, they're very comfortable, you know. I have everything to protect you. Everything in my surrounding, the way I set it up, is to protect my clients. They have nothing to fear. I understand the psyche of people. So the listeners out there, the ordinary listeners out there may not understand that. Yes, sex is universal, but that doesn't say anything. And I started off the program by saying these things. That's why when people miss a portion of the program, they can't keep up.
Exactly.
If you want to really get the essence of this program, you have to start from the beginning. When I do my introduction and my monologue at the beginning of the program, it sets the tone for the entire program.
Yeah.
So I explain at the beginning the conflict between spiritual side and your sexual side. Past pulpit, he wouldn't want to be seen going to a place like that, but he or she will visit it.
There's some people, senior citizens like our boy Lakshman,
Yeah,
who might want their grandchildren.
grandchildren to see them.
Yeah.
Exactly, and that's his life.
Yeah.
So when people question these things, I wonder how they're thinking. How you're thinking? Come on, man.
Especially in Trinidad.
Not because, and again, I am a very open-minded and blasé about it. I blasé. Yeah, how you think that your ass problem here again? But that doesn't mean to say I don't understand how the next man think.
Yeah, and there's some young people too.
And there are persons who cannot think like me, and I understand that very well. And not as open as I am. And I understand that very well. So I know who is shy. I watch. Many a time I'm at my business place, and I'm very observant. I will watch. Although sometimes I walk out and people feel like I'm watching them, I'm watching everything that's going on. And I see things that the ordinary staff would not see. And when I see these things, I know why people behave in that particular way.
Okay, we have a call on the line. Good evening.
Good evening to Raj. Good evening to Junior.
Good evening, Zina. How are you?
My brother I talk to all you so long, only must he forget the voice.
No, I recognize the voice right away.
One of the voices have changed here, Zina.
God. Yeah, I still locked on, you know, by giving the young people a chance to them call and make their play. Listen to me. I hear you saying, well, I know your tone long time, so even if I join you halfway, but I just wanted to find out you were, it sounds like you were successful in what you set out to do the other day. All right, okay. All right, I just wishing you well.
Thank you.
As I'm saying, I'm locked on as usual, and I just want to say, I'm listening to how you're organizing, how you're setting up. Good night. Good evening, Wendell.
Yeah, we know Wendell is good.
Richard, good evening. Bye, gentlemen. Locked on.
Thank you very much, Zina.
Zina, one of the voices changed, right? It's not family, it's David on a Thursday, and you'll catch family with
You'll catch
Dr.
family
Raj
tomorrow.
on a Friday. You can call us at 222-8255 and 612-8255. You want to get into the entrepreneurial part of your life, you can check out
This is
Dr.
your
Raj.
opportunity to invest and become part of the adult business, to own a share in the adult business.
The world life is trending now. A lot of people prefer to stay indoors. And
Well, I happen to mention this to somebody who's an importer of phones, and I'll tell you a story. And do you know there are a lot of sex toys now that works with your cell phone?
Is that right?
You put the app on your phone,
Yeah.
and you control the toy. Intensity, vibration, everything. So the person say, well, you're telling me this because you want to partner with me? I said, no, I'm telling you this. So you have an idea?
So let's say someone loses a phone like that, and the person.
Well, if you have an iPhone, everything wiped out. Take that call. If you know what to do.
Good evening, welcome.
Alvin from Muruga.
Hey, Alvin, how are you?
I don't know, man. I want to get more information on the investment. If you're not taking more than $100,000 from one person, or if somebody wants to invest more than $100,000, if they cannot invest $100,000 twice.
No, we're not taking any one investor to invest more than $100,000. And the reason for that is I don't want...
You limit $100,000 for each person.
You could buy $10,000 in shares, which is 100 shares.
Yeah.
And you could buy blocks of 10,000 up to 100,000, no more than that.
Oh,
And the reason for that, like, okay, for example, a husband can come and buy 100,000 and the wife can come and buy 100,000.
right.
Because that means to say they will now have some sort of control as to what the vision of the business.
So you seal off with 100,000.
Maximum.
All right then.
Maximum.
All right. Well,
But if-
I look on.
If you want additional information, you have my number. You could always
Yeah.
get in touch with me. I know you for years, so I will give you all the information. I'm open. The information is open. That's why I tell people, ask me question. You see, ask me that question, I have the answer for it. Because it's not something, although the vision came to me on Saturday to send it out to the public, it was always there because I was developing it over the years. I just didn't know what to do with it. On Saturday it came. Thank you, Alvin.
Yeah, all right then.
And I'll tell you the reason for that. You see, when a person has a percentage that is kind of equal to everyone else, their voice in the running of the affairs is just as equal as everyone else. If it's a huge investment that they have, they want controlling interest because that's the nature of business. And they may see the business heading in a particular way and they may want it to head in another way. I don't want that for the vision. And that's why I lay out the vision on the air.
Right.
The vision is clear, very, very clear. It's clear cut. And there's a way to go about doing it. Now, let's say the store in Point Fortin will take care of a certain area, demographics, but somebody might want to do something just outside of that as a franchise. Those things will come. But that is not the vision of the immediate future. It is the future vision, but not immediate future. Immediately between the next 3 years, we must have these 10 stores in Trinidad and Tobago. Tobago must have 2 stores, not 1. 2. So 8 in Trinidad. But there's scope for 20 in Trinidad. And there's scope for 5 in Tobago.
Let me take a break and come back. You're listening to Sexplosion with Dr. Raj. New times on Thursdays. Well, it's been here for some weeks now. But Thursdays from 7 till 9. And then on Fridays from 9 till midnight.
You're listening to Power 102.
Incredible India, located at the white tent behind KFC and Pizza Hut Laramie from September 7th to 24th. Once a year only. Come and shop in AC Comfort, full Indian food court, home decor, teak furniture, curtain and shades, garments, footwear, jewelry and much more. We accept Wings and credit card, 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. Incredible India, located at the white tent behind KFC and Pizza Hut Laramie from September 7th to 24th. Admission is absolutely free. Check us out today.
Don't worry, that is not the vision now. Later on, that will be part of it. But
time to readjust your priorities and refocus
The reason for that is that I don't want to partner with no other business. This must stand alone. This is a standalone business. If you want to come and buy wholesale to sell at your store, fine. We will sell you. But you will not be part of the vision. So you could ask it on it.
Ready to pump this weekend? Well, the real lime is at Down Home Bar, 184 Waterloo Road, Carapachima. Down Home Bar has real good vibes. Check out their Facebook page for info on all the hot RGs passing through, or call 720-0715 for details. Join us this and every weekend. Down Home Bar, 184 Waterloo Road, Carapachima. See you there.
Want to get your products and services out to more customers? How about getting more people into your store? Does your brand need a boost in exposure? Then radio advertising on Power 102 is the solution you've been looking for. With packages tailored to your needs and a team to create the ideal radio ad, the choice is clear. Power 102, empowering you. So call us today at 62-POWER, that's 627-6937, and ask to speak to a client advisor about your ideas and brand. We are Power 102, empowering you and your business today.
Munchkins ice cream, Munchkins ice cream, you'll want a tasty creamy treat. Munchkins ice cream, Munchkins good for one. Delicious. Better bite. I want some. It's best when we in a line with me and with you. Come on. Munchkins ice cream, Munchkins ice cream.
Real
so
good.
Tasty, so creamy. Munchkins ice cream.
Munchkins, gotta have it today.
This is Power 102, empowering you.
We continue. Sexplosion on a Thursday with Dr. Raj. Dr. Raj, let me ask you something. If there's a
Go
guy
ahead.
or a proprietor or a shop operator who wants to, no, I asked you about the mall earlier, and this now I'm speaking about in terms of someone operating a business, individual from like mall.
Yeah, his own business, his own business.
And
Like you said, they have a clothing store.
Yeah, and they want to operate one of these stores. Is that possible?
No, we're not marrying or partnering with any other business. So you can't have a coffee shop and have a sex shop at the side of it, or together with you. We're not doing that. If you want to buy products and at wholesale, we'll give you a price guideline, and you could go and retail it. That's fine, but we are not going to do that. Partner with anyone to be part of their organization. So if they already have a clothing store and it's not doing too well and they want to do this to boost up their sales and whatnot, no. The investment does not include that. You invest in the company, yes, you get your dividends, you could sell back your shares and earn income, but we're not going to do it in a way that you will have to that partner with you. No, we're not doing that. Later on, yes, that may be part of the model, but I don't see it as being the vision of the business right now. But I know for a fact you could purchase to resell. Because everybody wants, I will give you a story. When I first started off this business, I started off the trunk of my car. Right? 1984. Well, 1%, I was less than 1% when it comes to the sex industry. I'm the only one.
Yes.
So yes, you're right. Yeah. And there was this young lady who was working for a very lucrative business, who is a very good friend of mine. Sexy young lady. She walk in here, you want to buy something from her. So she had a little retail business going where she would travel based on her business. She'll go to countries and whatnot, and she'll bring back nicks and knacks and whatever, and people buy it from her because, I mean, when she talking to you, it's honey coming out she mouth, and she body like that, and you want to just know that you're buying something from her. So one day she came and we were talking and we were liming and talking and things, and she said, Raj, you know, I know you just sell sex toys and thing, and 1 or 2 times I tell my friend and they buy from me and thing, but I think I could sell it on my own. I said, you could sell anything, girl. You could sell Snota, Eskimo. You that good? Yeah. That girl started selling toys in the office building where she was working. And there were many offices. I think there were about 5 or 6 stories, the building. And every month, she would come and place an order, and by month end, sold out. Now, I used to sell on my spare time. She was doing this now full time. She resigned from her job, bought the latest car at that time, set up our showroom home by her, and still went about to all these nicks and knacks places, all these offices, and was selling from a bag. And you know women is walking around with these big bags.
Yeah.
And she was doing more sales than I ever did. She still does it. She has scaled down a bit now because she's married and she has children and whatnot. But she made her money from that. And that is one success story that when I see her, I just smile. Because I knew what she did. I know how she went about doing it. And but not only the toys she was selling, but she was the largest seller of toys other than I was at that time. I would get the big orders. Because I was selling to a multitude of people, some of them who resell and whatnot. But she was selling one to this person, one to that person, and finding out what they want and asking me what could sell and what something could marry that product. But she was also selling her nicks and knacks and other things on the side. And she was very successful. She resigned from her job. She has never turned her back. She never looked back and said, well, I used to do that and I should be there. Never. And that's the potential of business. That's the potential of your business acumen if you have that in you. There are persons who could sell snow to an Eskimo. Yeah. And there are some persons who go out there and try to sell and can't sell anything. I recognize that also. There are some persons who can sell you anything.
We're taking your calls, people. 222-8255 and 612-8255. And Dr. Raj is making a super offer for you as an investor, as an entrepreneur. You can check him out and give him a call. Find out what's in store.
Yeah. 740-1961. It doesn't cost you anything to hear the vision.
Of course. That's good.
And you have the choice whether you say yes or no. Nobody's putting a gun to your head. Nobody's forcing you to do it.
So let's say someone has less than $10,000.
No, right? We're not taking that. And the reason for that is that I have to reach a certain level by a certain time for the vision to be realized. After we have accomplished that, me and the present shareholders, we will be offering shares for sale, but it will not be at $100 anymore. Our share price might reach $200. Take that call.
Good evening.
Good evening, Raj.
Good evening.
And your guest there.
My co-host.
I am concerned where I read about the immigration crackdown on these adult toys. So I want to know what's going to happen.
Well,
I want to know if it's a retrograde step.
Well, have you been following it from when it happened to now?
Not really. And
Okay.
I just tuned in. I know
Right.
it's not my station, but I just happened to have the radio on and I just tuned in and I heard you talking about the business and thing. I would be able to sell a lot of that. But I couldn't business about business.
No, well, she telling you the truth. I don't know who it is.
What I want to know, at this stage in our life, in Trinidad and Tobago, why that must be an issue?
Well, here what?
Understand why an adult toy must be an issue where immigration would know is a restriction in having it. So I will listen afraid to hear what,
Okay,
your
sure.
take on the whole thing.
Well, first of all, it's not immigration, it's customs. It's an old antiquated law, and I have dealt with it, and I'm dealing with it, and I know where I stand right now, and I know what's going to happen in the next couple of months.
I thought that was a total waste of time in bringing up that. I think that should have been just validated.
Well, we at a certain juncture now, and we are moving ahead, and we know where we're going to be in the next 3 months. So that's why I could sit here now with all the confidence, and Zina knows me for years. That's why she knows that when I sit here with confidence and say certain things, I know what I'm talking about.
Right.
There are people out there who know me, you know. They know certain aspects of my life, of my profession and what I do. They're well aware, they've been listening to the program for years, and they know that I don't come here and BS anyone. I come here with facts, and I work on facts, and I operate on facts.
Are they demanding a certain kind of license for you to retail these?
No. Don't worry about that. Let's not go there. When that time is right, it will come out. Only when the time is right, not before. Because there are vultures out there who are waiting. And the vultures come in many forms. And these vultures are waiting to jump on my back and peck into my neck and my brain. It's not going to happen this time. It happened before. It happened before when I started the business. First person to do it. Nobody else could lay claim to that. That's what a pioneer is all about. And there are those who grab onto my back and pecked at my neck and my brain and copied me. I'm not going to allow it again. It's not going to happen. And so far, since I've been on the air and made that broadcast, I have 5 persons who are interested. And I'm telling you, from sending out a broadcast on Saturday, by the afternoon, I had 20 persons who were interested.
That's a good response.
That's a very good response inside one day.
Yeah.
And it also shows the faith that people have with me. Now, to answer your question, there was one person who didn't have anything financially, not well off, but was willing to buy 1 share. And my heart went out to that person. I said, look at that. This person just believed in what I do, and they could only afford 1 share, and that's all they want. So yes, there will come a time that we'll offer less shares, but it will be at a higher price. That's all. Because once the investors and then put their money into it, the share price will rise because of the logistics, because of the success of the business. We are going to take a business that realizes a certain amount of gross income for the year and double that. I know it will double in 1 year. I have the vision, and I have seen it double before, and I'm going to double it again. I know I could take it.
Will there be hotlines and private lines and all that?
Well, in time to come, yes. There are certain things that we have in the pipeline to go with the business activity. One of it will take place at each store. So persons coming to the store, and I'm not willing to talk about it yet because, again, it takes a little bit of ingenuity. It takes a little bit of remodeling to get that aspect going. It will be done before the end of the month. Then I'll be able to talk about it freely. And again, I'm not talking about it freely simply because the vultures out there will want to grab onto it. But when you start something and other people grab onto it, they wouldn't be able to keep up. They cannot. They will always be playing catch up. Always be playing catch up with the vision. And that's important to understand. In any business that can come about, and I was listening, Elon Musk, the guy who is in charge of Tesla. I was listening to this podcast with him, and he's a visionary.
Yeah, they're doing crazy things.
He's out of this world.
Yeah.
And he created this company because he had nothing to do with a few minutes of his life. Just a few minutes. And he decided to sell one product. And that one product was a hat. And he sold 50,000. So I say, okay, make $1 million, 50,000 at $20, $1 million. What should I do now? He decided to make something called a flamethrower. You know what's a flamethrower?
Yeah.
You ever watch war movies?
Yeah.
Burn down a man, burn down a horse, burn down a bunker.
Yeah.
And he invented this flamethrower And he said, boy, wait a minute, this is a stupid idea, you know. This man is saying this, you know. This is a real stupid idea, you know. This is the worst thing you could ever do, you know. Why? Who will buy a flamethrower? Nobody's going to buy a flamethrower. And then again, it's dangerous. It could kill people. So you put a sign on the flamethrower. This is not a flamethrower. Do not buy. And he put it on the website. Guess how much he sold? Make a guess. 20,000 in 4 days. 20,000 flamethrowers in 4 days. So the person was asking him, are you planning to make more? He said, no. The idea dead and gone, done. I'm going on to something else. But that's the brain of the man. He's the one who said that we are the precursor to artificial intelligence. You know? We are the precursor to artificial intelligence. I better believe that. And they said, it was asked, what will it be used for war? And he said, yes. They will use it for war. And the first place they're going to use it, the military is going to use it. And then we questioned, the number one question was posed to him, are you for real? The kind of things that you do, where do you get it? He said, am I alien? And he was very serious about it. And I'll explain that to people sometime later on. I explained with Steve Jobs. And with him, I'll explain it to people later on.
Steve Jobs is fantastic.
More than fantastic.
But it's a grand idea that you're tossing up for people here.
Well, the whole thing with our idea is to make it work. Good evening, Nalini, Amara, and my good friend Sam. Checky, how are you, my friend? The reason I'm offering this to the public, one is for financial independence, investment, shareholding, receiving dividends, and being part of the ownership of something.
Right. Well, I'm seeing here, AJ, I'm interested in investing but need more info. AJ will message you on shares.
Yeah.
So
but I don't expect that a person is just going to say, here, hold this money. Although some persons have done that. Some individuals have done that. And I don't expect everyone is going to do that.
Yeah, it'd be great to have that kind of
they have the confidence in me.
Yeah.
And they like what I've been doing for years, and they follow what I do. Yeah. So they walk in, write a check, that's yours. Go ahead and do what you're doing. All I did was give a receipt, write everything on the receipt, make sure they know, so they know what's happening. I send out broadcasts to them differently from how I send out broadcasts to others who are interested. Those who have already invested, they get a different broadcast.
Yes, of course. Yeah.
So they get different information. They get more information. So that's the vision. That's the whole thing. That is what I plan to do. It's taking this baby, and making it into something that everyone is going to benefit. It's not going to. I don't need it, you know. Honestly, I don't need it because I'm contented with what I have, with the clinic and my business and whatnot. But this is so exciting to see other people becoming successful financially with a vision that I have. And later on, who knows, we'll move up the islands. The brand could move up the islands. Yeah. I help open store in Barbados and Antigua. No, Barbados, Antigua, and Guyana. I helped open those things in the past. This was in the 90s and whatnot. Why can't we do it again? Why can't this model go up the islands? Why can't you be part of that vision? Sure. Why can't this model be replicated in other islands? It could be done. People should be coming here for franchise, not we going elsewhere for franchise. That's my vision. That's the whole vision of this. I tell you, there are other carrots, not carrot, you know, carrots, to dangle in front, you know, which I'm not willing to do because I know the vision and I know how far this is going to go.
And you also know the vultures.
Well, I know the vultures. I'm well aware of the vultures.
Yeah, there are some people who just like to prey on other people's idea.
Oh yeah, let me tell you something, and I mean this sincerely, honestly. There are very few people in this country who have original ideas.
I know.
Everybody copies everybody.
Mm-hmm.
I could tell you I was one. Came up with my own ideas, did my own thing. According to my father, you always ahead of your time. Say, boy, you just go into a kind of business, then nobody can understand you, you know. I tell you, when I opened my first gym, people say you're mad, you know, you can't build muscle in air condition. What are you doing? You're stupid or what?
Yeah, almost all gyms are air conditioned.
But I and Brian Ibrahim started that trend. Brian Ibrahim in his own way and I in my own way. But the point is that I always think ahead of the times. I know what's coming. I'm telling you, cell phones are part of the sex industry now in a big, big way.
But I mean, what you spoke about surprised me a bit, but it should not have surprised me.
Well, I'm telling you.
Yeah, but I mean, they do so much things with cell phones.
Somebody was talking about the sex hotel that they opened. Do you remember we were talking about robots? You know they opened a hotel in Toronto now where you could go and have sex with robots? It's being done right now as we speak. Do you know that?
News to me.
Well, I'm telling you. The same thing you were talking about the receptionist, how nice she was looking at that.
Yeah.
There's a hotel being built in Toronto for sex.
Yeah.
You go and have sex with a robot.
I thought they look so real.
I know you'll be the first to go. Anytime you hear the back on a flight to Toronto.
Curiosity kills the cat, so I don't mind going to see what this is all about. But just imagine that. No, like I was asking you a while ago. Imagine someone with this app on their phone should lose their phone and somebody finds this app, finds this phone and start to play with this app.
Well, if the person is within range or well, not range, because an app will reach you anywhere.
Yeah.
So there are things that you can do with your lover overseas using the app here.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Well, if you lost your phone, you better know to lock your phone. Because somebody else will be making love to your partner without you. Then your tail to catch. The same way like somebody could go into your bank account and drain it.
Yes.
And that is possible?
Of course.
All right. So it's the same thing applies.
Yeah.
The very same thing applies.
Mm-hmm.
So it's you to catch.
Very, a lot of locality.
So come Saturday, for all those who want to go to Joy Toys, which is now under new management, owned by Dr. Raj and company, the individuals who have invested in the company, they are the ones who own Joy Toys now. All you need to do is go there on Saturday, show that you are supporting what Dr. Raj is doing, purchase an item, get your discount, be delighted with our service, talk to those who are there. I will be there for until maybe about 11:30, right? From 9 till 11:30. We open from 9 to 5. Come and meet me. Come and say hello. Purchase an item. Support me. I'm asking you to support me. I'm openly asking you to come out and support this new business venture. You may not be an investor, but I'm sure there's a lube that you want. I am sure there's a condom that you want. We have it there for sale. Come and buy one.
And you're giving them the guarantee that you'll be visiting so that the clinical aspect can be also...
Yeah, if you want to talk to me about something and you want, at the time, I wouldn't spend half an hour with you. I will give you a 5 minutes briefing on whatever you need to find out, what pump you need to use, what goes with it and what not. Fine, I don't mind doing that. That's my job. I enjoy doing that. I enjoy giving people truthful, accurate information. I don't bullshit with that. I don't ever do that. I want when you leave, the product that you leave with gives you what you want. Give you the value for money. The value for money should always be there. So at the end of the day, you must not feel cheated. You must feel delighted. So you know you have been to Dr. Raj's business place and you get that.
You can also recommend to someone.
Of course. Bring your friends. Make it an outing. Pass in for 5 minutes. Pass in for 2 minutes. Suck a mint. Take a free mint and suck it. But come and see what the vision is like. Come get an idea, find out if you want to invest. So if you don't want to invest and you want to buy a product, come and buy a product.
Can people connect and do business online?
Not yet. We will, yes.
Going to the social media.
That is part of it. Social media will be a big part of the business. I tell you, it's a vision. It's a vision that's going to grow, you know. It's different. You see, I go to all these trade shows and whatnot, and I see what is happening. I see the trends. And I know in time to come the explosion that is going to take place. Given the legality issues that we had in Trinidad, I know what is going to happen in the next 3 months. I am poised, and I'm giving that opportunity to others, that they are poised also to be part of the success of that. That's all. That's all. No, I know $10,000 is no little bit of money. I'm not going to say that's a little bit of money, honestly.
Yeah.
I know that's a lot of money. But that's the level of investment that I'm seeking from an individual who wants to invest and become a shareholder. Buy 100 shares at $10,000, which is $100 a share. Reap the dividends of it after a year. Resell your shares after a year if you want to, or hold on to it and see it grow. See it double over a certain period of time. But at the end of the day, you have shareholding in a company that is about the adult business. You will have prior knowledge of things that people will only hear after I come on the air. You will have that. That is what we're doing. And the reason for that is because now I've moved very quickly on something, and I had to move quickly so the investors know that. I told them there was something I had to move quickly on. It'll give me the opportunity to move quickly on. The first time I talk about it is here now. And I say that openly, and there was a reason for that. Everything had to be done swiftly because I couldn't let the opportunity go. I could not let that opportunity go. It put me in a bind, financial bind, but I had to do it. Now that I have done it, and it only concretized this afternoon, is speed now.
Let me take another break.
Sure.
You're listening to Power 102. The Weekend Pass returns to Power 102.
That's a very good way. I can take on business. I can take on investing my money like that. Invest some money here. Invest some money there. I want some money just work for me.
No, yeah, exactly.
What you mean? You don't have to go and beat up yourself. You get idealist. I have money. Invest.
But that is what it is. Some persons may want, let me say, okay, if you want to open a store, it costs you $500,000. That's what it will cost. To outfit the store, to put all the things that you need to put, and also to stock it. And you have to have working capital. You need, from that $500,000, about $80,000 will be working capital. For $10,000, the store is already there. And you could buy more shares. You could increase your shareholding. And you don't have the headache of all them things.
No. Well, it's a thing.
You getting back 10% on your investment.
Yeah, that's what
Where you getting that? But no bank can give you that.
No.
Bank don't give you
I
1%.
tell the bank you want to give you something.
Just not they charging you to have accounting right then.
Yeah. So much charge that you pay them back.
Well, right.
I can't jump on that bank.
Well, right. Exactly.
Yeah, them raping me, bro.
You alone?
I can't take it no more. This month and before the month is done, I might jump on that.
Brought to you the compliments of the Unit Trust Corporation on Power 102, empowering you.
But I've gotten a lot of promises in terms of investors for next week, following weekend of the month. Because people, you have to understand that people may have a check to clear, or they'll have to take money from somewhere to do it. So I understand that, but I had to put out in front. I had to do that, and that was to grab and hold on to this opportunity. Now, think about it. Normally when you invest in something, you have to wait to get it started. Investing in something, and Saturday it's sat. Boom. Immediately. And you could see the vision happening. And you could see the traffic, the foot traffic and whatnot if you want to.
You can go wrong there, right?
And then of course you get accounts at the end of the year. All shareholders have to get accounts.
That's right,
How you go wrong with that? How you could go wrong with that?
That's all good. That's all good. You can't go wrong with that. So, anyone like me, father money put away to, but I don't invest long time.
Yeah, but that one telling you, if I...
money work for me, exactly, right? I work hard in my life, the time I have money, work for my body.
Are the problems and destructive anxieties of today tearing you apart? If there was ever a time to readjust your priorities and refocus your vision, it's now. Join Pastor Wayne Sampson on the Vision of Hope devotional program every Monday from 5:30 to 6 a.m. right here on Power 102 FM. Jesus is the only one who can give you peace in the midst of today's storm.
We're looking at 8 minutes approaching 9. We still got 8 minutes where you can call in and 222-8255 and 612-8255 and have a chat with Dr. Raj. The business venture is very, very, very enticing. And of course it's inviting. And I think you should think about it and do some investment. Watch your money work for you, man.
And again, it's not only watching your money work for you, but you are going to be seeing what's happening. Normally when you invest in something, you have to wait for that money to sit there and grow. You have to wait for the vision to come into fruition. Check my track record. Look at Total Image. And all the stores that I had in Trinidad and Tobago that still exist, that I started, but still exists. Right? In Val Park, Royal Palm Plaza, Adams Bazaar, La Peak Plaza. Those are the four that remain that I knew of. I don't know if the others, the Arima ones and Tobago ones, I think closed down. They're still existing. So it had to be, the foundation was laid right. And that foundation was my foundation. It came from here. Nowhere else. Nobody else had it. I am taking that again, replicating it now, and look at what's happening still with Total Image. What is going to happen with this business, Joy Toys? With, of course, the name is going to change when we start branding it. The brand is going to come. And it's a branded business with Dr. Raj. I am putting my name on it. So I am doing nothing to destroy the name. And you could go there from day to day and watch the foot traffic and get an idea of what is happening to your money as an investor.
Fair and very open.
Who else could offer you that? I mean, when you buy shares in a company, you own shares in the company, you big conglomerates and whatnot. That's how you see it. You buy it because you have confidence in the company. Sometimes you lose $1 or gain $1. That's what buying shares is all about. But look at the vision of this one. Look at what I am guaranteeing you after 1 year. Nobody could offer you 10%. I am offering a 10%. And if after 1 year you get 10%, take me to task. I'll still be on the air. Take me to task right here. I'm not running. I'm not hiding. I'm on the air. You could call here and say, Raj is a crook. Here, give me so-and-so. You think I would deny my word for somebody to come and insult me on the air? I'm sticking my neck out. I am personally sticking my neck out to make this work. And it's going to work because I have the confidence that it is going to work. I am positive it's going to work. Because it worked before, it's working now, the proof is out there, and all I need from people is to have that confidence to say, yes, Dr. Raj could make it work. I am backing him. There are persons who have invested more than 10,000, and there are persons who only stuck at 10,000 because that's all they can afford or that's all they want to send out. But that's fine. Because when they see the vision and what's happening, they may invest more. They may or may not. Or they may encourage others to do it. I don't know. But I am telling you, I am going to make sure that whoever is part and parcel of this will see the progress of it as it go along. They're going to see that.
I still have a deal because I can tell you, even the bank's not offering that. You know?
No bank could offer you 10%.
No, nobody. Few of them will ever do that.
No bank.
They will want you to stay there at a maturity state.
They are
before
persons.
you start to even
They are
see it.
well, again, we have a maturity state also. 1 year.
Yeah, 1 year. But
1 year.
That's short.
1 year.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you, there are individuals out there who have money in the bank, more than $10,000, and they're getting 1 cent, and they have to pay to keep it in the bank.
Of course, the kind of charges they.
But of course, they may have use of their money. Eh?
Yeah.
I'm not putting them down here,
Yeah, I know.
because they may have use of their money on a month-to-month basis or every 3 months or whatever. But that's the reality of life. That's how finances go. But I am often, let's say you have a $10,000 sit down that you may not want to use for another year or two.
Yeah.
You can put
That's
it
the
there.
perfect opportunity.
That's what I'm doing,
Yeah.
giving them the opportunity. And I'm doing it with all honesty. I'm doing it with all integrity. And I'm laying everything up front. That this is the vision. First store is this. This is where we're going to take it. 2 months' time, look at me. We're going there. I had a person, I just happened to bounce up somebody today. In Penal.
Yeah.
As I tell you, Devi, sorry.
Yeah, they were here.
Buying Sahina and Chana.
Yeah.
And the person already offered me their place to open that business in Penal. He lives in Penal.
Right. That's a nice area for that.
He said, Raj, come and take my business place and do it.
Yeah, that's a very good place to start a business.
Anyway, it's good to start this business because everybody likes it.
Yeah.
It's just that you have to have it in such a way that they will want to come. They say if you invent a mousetrap, a new mousetrap, people beat their way to your door.
Yeah, it's true.
It's the same thing.
Yeah.
I'm not reinventing the wheel, I'm taking the wheel and making it better.
That's right.
That's my vision. I must make this better.
Yes.
Junior, how are you, my friend?
Okay, my friend. I must say congratulations to your friend Bravo.
Congratulations for what?
Your friend Bravo.
Yeah, congratulations for what?
Cricket.
Yeah, he did very well.
Yeah, he did well.
He don't like Bravo at all.
You're going to take them to the final.
Oh, yeah,
Of course.
Yeah, he will.
No.
The same thing happened last
That,
year.
I know that.
Last
No,
year,
but
the same
it's
thing
better
happened.
you play your games and get there than you sit and wait for a week.
That's right.
True,
Everybody knows that.
Yeah.
You will get lethargic, you'll get rusty.
Yes.
I'm glad we have to play tomorrow and I'm glad we have to play Sunday. And we're going to win Sunday.
I like that.
You have doubts?
No, I think we will.
I have no doubts.
I have no doubts.
I think we will. I wrote it out. We will.
I even told myself they played that way to have it.
Yeah, must.
Extend.
Yeah, keep going, man. Keep
playing,
going. Keep playing, man.
Excitement.
Because you don't play.
Mhm.
You rock back.
Yeah, you rock back and say, I waiting on the winner. No.
That's
I don't like that wait. I don't like the wait. I like the games played.
Yes, me too.
But yes, I will. I agree. You should bowl again. Please don't bowl.
I tell you.
Please.
Don't bowl.
No
Try
bowl.
somebody else.
No bowl.
He gives me the quimpers in my heart when he takes the ball.
You alone?
I said, my God, what is this? But I know it's going to be a total different thing can come tomorrow.
Mhm.
Straight into the finals.
Yeah, straight into the finals. I have no fear about that. I know what we're going to do. But I will be here to do a program.
Yeah, I know.
It's my responsibility.
Yeah, I agree.
I have to do that.
Thank God every Friday I rest and relax.
And those of you who are interested in investing,
Yes.
simply send me a text message on 7401961. Those of you who want to get more information, send the same information to me and I will give you the information. It's
Good. Junior saying good evening. Kindly repeat the address. Would love to be there. I missed it.
It's at the
Joy Toys.
Joy Toys, and that's the road that takes you from Grand Bazaar onto the South Highway.
Yeah, just look for the eateries.
After you pass the eateries, it's the first business place. There's a plant shop downstairs,
Yes.
and there's a clothing store downstairs. We are upstairs.
And it's
It's a big
yeah,
building.
and you can't miss
The
it.
front of it is about 25 feet.
Yeah, you can't miss it.
It's called Joy Toys.
Yeah.
We have a big sale on Saturday.
Yeah.
Please come. I will be there in the morning from early. Support. Show me that you support. All those who want to come and get more information, come. I will be there. And come and purchase. With that, folks, we've come to the end of our program.
Yes.
Thank you very much for a lovely program. I appreciate having you all joining us, and for all the callers and those of you who send your text messages and whatnot. Good night. Have a safe weekend, but I hope you join us tomorrow.
Yes. That's it for Sexplosion for today. Raj will be back tomorrow for another enthralling edition from 9 until midnight.